Each year, as I'm about to set off for Paris, I'm asked by people who love the best-selling novel The Da Vinci Code if I've ever been to Saint-Sulpice Church and other Paris sites in the book. I will reply that yes. While living in Paris, I go past Saint-Sulpice Church regularly because 3 of my healthcare providers' offices are located just off the square where the church sits. I have an incurable illness which left me almost completely housebound in my home city, Seattle, for the first 14 years of it. But fortunately, my health has improved enough for me to follow my dream of living part-time in Paris. Some of my favorite places in Paris happen to be near Saint-Sulpice and other Da Vinci Code sites. So let me show you around them, and then I'll end by showing you where the Holy Grail is located. The book begins at the Louvre Art Museum, where renowned curator Jacques Saunière is murdered in the museum's Grand Gallery. Readers don't know who shot him, only that the murderer wants to know a secret that the curator knows. And so the mystery begins. The next scene takes place at the Ritz Hotel on Place Vendôme, just off of the Rue de Rivoli, the street which runs along the Louvre Museum and the adjoining Tuileries garden. There, Harvard professor Robert Langdon is awakened in the middle of the night by a lieutenant of the Judicial Police, which is something like the United States FBI. The Ritz is the same hotel where Princess Diana ate dinner just before she was tragically killed in a car accident. Langdon is summoned to the Louvre for questioning because he had been scheduled to meet with the now murdered curator earlier that evening, but Saunière hadn't shown up. One of my favorite Parisian haunts is located at the Louvre Museum itself. Café Marly is tucked away on a terrace of the Louvre, looking out onto the courtyard where the glass pyramid entrance sits. I particularly enjoy the cafe when it's least crowded, which tends to be in the morning. When the cafe opens at 8 o'clock, the magnificent Louvre courtyard can feel surprisingly hushed and peaceful. As for my favorite spots near the Ritz Hotel, a lovely splurge would be taking afternoon tea in their garden. When I went there for tea by myself, I worried that the Ritz staff might be stuffy and make me feel uncomfortable. But instead, I found them so warm and welcoming that I happily whiled away the afternoon there, reading and writing, while nursing my cup of coffee and delicious chocolate mousse confection. The full tea there, with its assorted sandwiches and pastries, costs 44 euros, including the tip. But you can instead choose to order a cup of tea or coffee and a single pastry for less than that. If I'm not up for such an expense, but I'm in the mood for a moment of luxury, I walk around the corner to the garden courtyard of the Westin Hotel on Rue Castiglione. There I can simply order a drink. A cup of coffee costs a whopping 8 euros, but I can linger there for hours, basking within the former elegant mansion. So in that sense, it can feel like a good value just for the experience. While I'm at Place Vendôme, I enjoy stopping by a store called Repetto, just a 2-minute walk from the Ritz on Rue de la Paix. They're well known for their extensive collection of ballet flat shoes. Repetto also carries genuine pink satin ballet shoes, which are stored in shelves reaching toward the ceiling. Several of my other favorite Parisian haunts near Da Vinci Code sites are near Saint-Sulpice Church. The church figured prominently in the book because when Jacques Saunière's attacker demanded to know the secret, the museum curator lied and told him that it was hidden at the rose line within Saint-Sulpice. The rose line he refers to is a thin strip of brass embedded in the church floor, which cuts across the main altar and continues to the base of an Egyptian obelisk on the side wall. You need not go any further to visit a favorite haunt of mine if you're visiting Saint-Sulpice on Sunday morning, because the church offers a wonderful free organ concert after its 10:30 Mass. Many consider their 6,600 pipe organ to be the finest pipe organ in existence, and the church's organist to be the greatest organist in Europe. Afterwards, if you're in the mood for food or drink, the nearby Les Deux Magots Café on Place Saint-Germain-des-Prés is a lovely spot which echoes with its own kind of history. Founded in 1884, it sits on a cobblestone street opposite the church of Saint-Germain-des-Prés. The café was at one time a gathering spot for famous writers and artists, such as Picasso, Hemingway, and Oscar Wilde. Although the food there can be mediocre and overpriced, they happen to serve very good pastries. If instead you would prefer to shop near Saint-Sulpice, I enjoy browsing in Le Jacquard Français on Rue Bonaparte to see their latest collection of table and kitchen linens from the Alsace-Lorraine region of France, made using an exceptionally high-quality cotton. I was given my first tablecloth as a wedding gift many years ago, and I've been impressed by how well the colors have lasted and how much easier it is to get stains out of them, as long as I follow the company's washing instructions provided in a pamphlet printed in English. Dan Brown's book ends with Harvard professor Robert Langdon stepping out onto the Place Vendôme as he has a revelation about the location of the Holy Grail. The Grail turns out to be more of an inspiring idea and symbol. Langdon hurries back to the Louvre Museum, where he finds the blade and chalice, mentioned by murdered curator Saunière in a poem as watching over the Holy Grail. In the tunnel beneath the Louvre, Langdon rushes to the inverted glass pyramid. There he beholds the blade, representing all that is masculine in the lower pyramid, and the chalice representing the feminine in the upside-down pyramid above it, a symbol of the perfect union of male and female fused as one. Thank you for watching my video.